Welcome to another GT Teacher Tip Tuesday. My name is Casey and I'm here with tip number 3. We're all getting ready to go back to school, and as we do, I really want you to take a critical look at your late work policy that you have and how it might adversely affect your gifted students. So I'd like to challenge you with two things. Either completely eliminate your late work policy. I know, but I've done it. Or consider changing yours so that you can actually meet the needs of the gifted students in your classroom. Eliminating the late work policy helped me to become a better teacher. It helped the grades in the gradebook truly reflect what the kids were able to do and what they knew, but then also it helped me to be able to check in more frequently with my students to see what they really needed, where they needed extra help, which kids needed extra time, which ones were done and ready to move on. And I was able to differentiate my lessons and just be more present with them and have a better grasp on where they were, rather than waiting for a certain date on the calendar. So it actually had a lot of benefits for them and for me when I eliminated the policy. But if you're not ready for that, then I have another suggestion. But first, let me tell you quickly about one of my perfectionist students that I worked with. She told me that because she was so adamant that all of her grades reflected everything that she knew and that she wanted a 95% or higher on everything that she submitted, if she wasn't able to do that by a deadline, she would rather just not turn it in at all and have a missing. Then she would get penalized and have the penalized grade in the grade book because she was terrified to have something reflect her understanding at like a 70% when she knew that she was really an A student. So these late work policies can really be like a mental game for kids. So if you're not ready to completely eliminate your late work policy, or if maybe you're constrained by your school or have some different guidelines that you have to follow, consider maybe a different option and still helping your gifted students with assignments. What I've created is a request for extension. I'm gonna put it right here, I hope. Okay, and this request is something that students can fill out before the due date, and they can let you know what they've been working on, how far they've gotten, why it's not done, and what their intended due date now is. Students can hand this to you ahead of time, get pre-approval to turn in the assignment late, right, and not get penalized for it. This was so helpful for GT students when I implemented this strategy because they, again, didn't feel that pressure. They knew that there was an alternative option to just not turning something in. They could continue at their own pace, right, and still do the very best work that they could and put forward the best effort. So if you're interested in that, I'll link it down below, and you can go check that out, that resource that I've made. But I just want you to be cognizant of the needs of your students in regards to things that penalize them, like a late work policy, as you go into the school year. I'll see you next week.